everybody. Welcome to another episode of Shot from the Point Dead Special. None other than the great YouTuber, great commentator, Zaptie. Definitely one of my personal favorites. I don't think I can say you are my personal favorite because my relationship with Colossal is crazy.
I can understand that. But
you definitely are, and that's simply how I discovered you was through him, going through his videos and stuff when Bait had started. And you're very unique because you don't take the cheap way out. You're a bit level-headed, and I find that impressive for somebody who's not level-headed, and you're able to get hits by being level-headed. That's very impressive, you know.
Oh, trust me, it confuses the shit out of me too.
Yeah, it does. I have to act like a 40-year-old man-child. You're actually relatively intelligent and can get views. All right, here's what I got. Look, I got serious questions for you. Serious questions.
Oh, boy,
what the fuck is with you in bad films? Jesus Christ, your taste in film is horrible. Do you, Zaptie, like bad films?
I absolutely love bad films. I can't even pretend that I don't.
I remember
half of the movies I love, half of the movies I like and own are complete trash, and I'll be the first to say it.
Why? Why is that?
Funny.
Who could do? Look, I saw The Purge. I used to work at a movie theater, and you seem to have a special. You seem to have a special love for movies that were made between 2012 and 2013. You saw my Man with the Iron Fist poster in my own apartment, and you're like, "I love that film." Well, I actually aired that film. I cut the film for it and everything before they went digital, those motherfuckers. And then you also did a thing on The Purge, which was my favorite movie because it was short. And we used to get out of the movie theater quicker so I could go out and go drinking afterwards. But the thing is, I don't know how is it possible for you to make a 2-part series on The Purge? I like the movie, but how is there 2 parts there? Please explain, Zaptie.
Because I hate the movie. I think the first Purge is probably the best example of wasted potential in film history.
Really?
And I am not exaggerating when I say that.
Is there really much potential in very simple sort of socialist underlines for class warfare? I don't know if it's there. I mean,
the potential is there because it happened in the second movie. You don't lock a bunch of rich people in a house and then have all these other people come in halfway through the film to be the actual problem. You have people running around on the streets running from fucking Gatling guns and crazy people with like AK-47s encrusted in gold.
So you're telling me
ridiculous.
You're telling me the movie wasn't bad enough, is what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why the third one is my favorite because the third one's fucking ridiculous. They got what, like Christmas lights all over a car, and they're driving around with the windshield completely covered, and they're wearing like blood-covered wedding dresses. That's funny as fuck. I loved it. It was great.
It's funny because bad movies, when I was a younger man, there was a television show on Comedy Central, I think it was, and it was called Mystery Science Theater 3000. Had a bit of a cult following, but it did seem like after that bad films went out of style. Bad films became bad again, which was very unfortunate because I love bad films myself. Do you think there's a resurgence of this right now, that people are just going around deliberately bad movies? Or is it just because...
Absolutely.
Yeah, so...
no, if anything, it's stronger than it might even be stronger than it was back then.
Kidding.
Now. Like, there's a huge market for shitty movies now. I mean, Sharknado is a perfect
That's true. No,
example
you're right.
of it. I don't like Sharknado. I think Sharknado takes away the fun of bad movies, which is when they're trying to make something good and they completely fail.
Yeah.
But that shows that there's a market for that. And I do think it's just becoming more and more popular.
No, I didn't think of that. Do you think this was started with, which I thought was kind of a failure even for an attempt for a bad movie? You think this kind of started with Snakes on a Plane? Because
Snakes on a Plane.
Is that your next video? Or
No, it's not an upcoming video, though it might be now that you've mentioned it. It's one of those things I've completely forgotten about just because like it has one line. That entire movie exists for one line, which is the only thing anyone's heard from it.
Yeah, Well, I mean, I think it happened in an internet chat or something like that. They were coming up with the movie name leaked, and they started coming up with, what if Bruce Willis played it? What if this person played it? What if that? And did somebody said, you don't get no motherfucking snakes and motherfucking plane? I mean, you know who got that? Sam Jackson, of course. I always thought that was maybe that's what got it back. But I think maybe you're right. I'm getting old, Zap. I don't care as much about bad movies as I used to. But you are special. Anybody that can make 2 full well-researched videos. Well-researched. I mean, like, Jesus Christ! If I made a report that good in high school, right, on anything that you did in any, I probably would have finished college. You know, I mean, Jesus, it was on the perch.
Yeah, it was a treat, to say the least, to have to watch that movie. I think I watched it 3 times.
Really?
In prep for that video, and I'd seen it 4 total because I saw it in theaters. Back when it first came out. It was one of the first, I think it was one of the first R-rated movies I was able to see.
Are you kidding me? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm like only 20, man. That's you're like 3 years old, so I think so.
So you were one of those, because that doesn't seem very long ago to me, so you're one of those kids that I was selling the movie. They were trying to sneak in the movie because it was rated R.
Probably,
just a couple years ago. I actually, I don't like the message of the film, but I like the idea of people killing each other in a completely insane world. I like these references to the new founding fathers and stuff like that. It's just so creepy. It's just I think there was potential there, but the message is rich people bad, poor people good, and why I can deal with a movie like that. It's just too simple, I guess. You know, because I think they really tried to do something in the first film.
And that's why you got to watch the second and third, because they do.
Yeah, I guess
they commit to it better, and it's like, so much more entertaining.
Fuck this! Why do we even try to make a good movie? All right, I'll check that. Election Day. Does that have like Donald Trump references and stuff like that on the election? The third one?
No, it's actually surprisingly, it's not very Republican Democrat political. It's like this. The main chick wants to eradicate the purge. Oh. And so all of the other politicians are trying to find a way to kill her, even though she's protected.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I get it. Oh, you mean the plot gets more complicated? All right, enough of that horrible
A little
film.
bit, yeah. But
that's wonderful. But definitely check out Zaptie's film. Oh, I didn't put your name in the description box because I'm just irresponsible. But check out Zaptie's film reviews. He does a lot more of that when we get into that. But I do want to get into a semi-personal stuff. I don't know. You're a Canadian boy. Living in the States.
I am.
Yes. And I guess you moved not too long ago because you're only 20 years old?
Yeah, a few years ago.
So I have had I didn't move to Toronto. I moved to Germany where the language is different and the culture was radically different in comparison. My question to you is, when you moved to the States, did you have any preconceived notions about what it was like? Did you think, well, it's just going to be like living in Canada because the cultures are so different? Did anything surprise you when you moved to the United States on the way people interact, or just something you didn't see coming? Maybe something simple like you take garbage out on Tuesdays and on Wednesdays, or something more extreme than that makes Canadians and Americans much different?
Driving in the States is considerably worse.
Oh, really? In what way?
That's the biggest one by far. Because, well, first of all, in Canada, there's a lot more of like a filtering process for driving. Like, you can't even drive on the highway until you're at least 18.
Oh, okay.
And there's like varying degrees of license, whereas here it's like you're 16 and you can drive across the country and it's fine.
Go, yeah.
And on top of that, people in Canada, and this is a bit of a stereotype, but it's kind of true, are more polite, broadly speaking. So when you're trying to like merge and shit, you actually can. And that's the biggest problem I would say that I have here, is that you'll try to go through traffic and it's constant, like, people are just sort of out for themselves.
They're not going to cut you.
Other than that, though, I don't really notice anything. It's really just driving.
Really, so that's a major difference. Because I was wondering if there's something big, because like you move to another country, and I don't know if you saw, because I had a big Canadian hockey jersey behind. I'm a big fan of Canada for obvious reasons. But I always as a kid, and hockey was it was more of a cult fan. It's like hockey in the United States or New Jersey, at least in New Jersey, not so much in like Boston or Minnesota, is like your favorite indie band. You know, it's not the same. So we looked at Canada, like my buddies that, we played got up at 6:00 every Saturday and played and talked about it and watched all the games. And my room was covered with posters of Brendan Shanahan and stuff like that. We looked at you guys like gods, like everything must be better in Canada. And then, I talked to Canadians and, I was like, we got free healthcare, but it's not really that good. I had to drive to Michigan the other day to get my fucking gallbladder taken out, so it wasn't as heavenly as I thought it was. Do you have any comments on that?
No, that's a big misconception, is that people are like, oh, free healthcare means better healthcare. I'm like, no, it's very much the opposite. Because people in Canada abuse the fuck out of it.
Oh, I'm sure, which makes it more expensive.
Without a doubt. It's like you fucking stub your toe a little too hard, and they're going to the ER and taking up time.
Well, I saw that in the Army.
They can.
I saw that in the Army, and that happens in the Army. You want to get out of a run, you stub your toe. It's exactly it, because it's free. And I just realized, like, all right, you take 1% of the population of the United States and you could do this, but you cannot do this for the entire country of 300 million people.
No.
Because that's exactly what's going to happen. And in Germany here, you basically just have to say you're sick, and they can't touch you at work. You got to say you're sick, fool a doctor. That's hard. And it does. It drives the prices way up. So it's interesting that you brought that up. Hockey.
Yep. You
got a team. Or is that your bag? Because most YouTubers, especially Canadian YouTubers and gamers, you guys are like almost anti-hockey. It makes me really upset.
Oh, I'm not. I'm a Maple Leafs boy.
You're
which is really, really unfortunate.
Yeah, I know, because you sound like one.
Because they're awful.
Like, you got Austin Matthews. Are you passionate about the game? Did you grow up playing? Was this a big part of your culture growing up, or are you?
I can't even skate.
You can't skate. What the fuck?
I can't. I've tried to learn so many times, and I just cannot fucking do it.
Really?
Yeah.
What
I'm not proud to admit it, but I can't skate for shit.
So I could skate better than you.
Oh, can you skate at all?
Yes.
Then yeah, you can skate better than me. I do a glorified walk with skates on my feet. That's pretty much it.
Jesus. All right. I want to skip the political thing because I think we covered too much of that in the other thing, but I'll get back to that later.
Okay.
Yeah, what did I want to do? Your face reveal video, which I thought was very, very good and interesting. Let's see. Did anything, when you did your face reveal video, and I think it is, you were fascinated by the fact that people were even interested in what you look like and to begin with. And, thank you for the donation. Smaller YouTuber here giving a little donation to say, keep up the good work. Love the new podcast. Don't know much about hockey except the Mighty Ducks. Coach Bombay, sorry. Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Sorry I had to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
Let's see. When you, what the hell was I talking about? That's the worst thing about the donations. I need the donations to keep the thing flying, but at the same time, it derails me, and I appreciate it so much. And what the fuck was I talking about? Help me out there, Zaptie.
Oh shit! Hold on.
What a great interview. I'm in seer territory now. Oh, here we go. Inbreeding, $10. Thank you. Yeah, this is. I have the greatest.
You said something that you said you were going to skip the politics thing.
Yeah, I was going to skip the politics. Oh, face reveal. You seem to be very fascinated with the fact you're a pretty decent sized YouTuber. You seem to be fascinated that people were even interested in how far they went to maybe even get your real picture or something like that. Did you, without going too much into it, did you learn why people are so into seeing YouTubers' face that use a pseudonym or something like that? Did you get anything of it? I mean, and the other backup question would be, did anything strange happen to you afterwards, after you revealed your face?
Yes to both. The biggest thing, it just seems to be that it's basic curiosity. Like, everyone's just obsessed with knowing what they don't know. Mm-hmm. Which I guess I can understand, but I don't know. I don't know if you, for those of you who hadn't actually watched the video, there were people sending me my personal Facebook. There were people digging up social media accounts I haven't touched in years that had my face on them. Like, people went looking. And that was what got me weirded out. I understand wanting to know, but I don't understand wanting to know that bad.
Yeah.
And then
did that frighten you?
What was your second question? Did it frighten? Oh yeah, it weirded me the fuck out. Every time I would get it tweeted at me, my Facebook doesn't exist anymore because of it.
Oh really? So you backed out?
Yeah, no, it's gone, and I have no intention of bringing it back. I'm like, all right, well, that's that avenue closed. It made me way too uncomfortable because it happened more than once. People were finding it.
So I think you answered both questions. Basically insight about why people on face reveals and, oh no, what happened afterwards? Anything interesting happen ever? Did you take anything away from it? Did somebody find something else about you after you revealed your face?
Nothing in particular, although I did get recognized at a grocery store the other day.
Get the fuck out. Tell me you didn't like that. Because I don't care what you like. I like that type of stuff. I like the attention. I've been very open about that.
I would say that I would have liked it if I wasn't so completely floored by it.
Oh, really?
Because I was just in shock. I'm like, how the fuck is someone from like how is it that someone's close enough to me to run into me and actually have watched me, considering that I'm not that popular, broadly speaking.
Yeah, so, but you're pretty. You know some big guys. Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. You know some pretty big guys though. You're not. I mean, you're and you're probably a guaranteed 100K guy pretty soon. So I mean, you're definitely a YouTuber on the rise. So I mean,
right, but even then, just the fact that because I'm not from a big city or anything, I'm not like a huge. I don't. And that and the fact that my face is brand new to everything. If I'd had my face around forever, I would have understood it a bit more. But it's that it was like weeks after.
No,
that just
really
blows my mind. See, and it's only happened once, which is good. But
that's good. So you weren't terribly comfortable. Why? You didn't enjoy it. That's what I'm kind of getting here. You didn't enjoy it.
I think I will next time.
You got to handle it.
It just caught me so fucking off guard that I don't think I had time to enjoy it.
Gotcha.
Because I was just so busy being weirded out by it.
You're just being weirded out by it. Well, you can't be weirded out by it because that almost seems like you're overdoing it too. You gotta be cool because I'm not like you. Because I live in Germany and the odds of being recognized really, really go downhill. I do think I would be recognized if I went back home. If not somebody, one of my stupid ass friends would play a joke on him. Just pretend you know him, see what he fucking acts like, and play. I go out and I say, is today going to be the day? So I totally dig it. I like the attention and I'm not very shy about it. I mean, if you're in the business to get attention, then getting attention seems like a good thing, and that's the business that kind of fell into my lap. I am putting your YouTube channel in the description box, so all you're going to have to do is refresh. And I do apologize. I'm never. I know Leafy Nick Cash thing. There wasn't good. I never don't plug somebody because I'm just irresponsible. That's really what it comes down to. All right, about your face. I'm pretty good at telling where people come from, like what part of Europe they may descend from. And I was like, you got a big fucking head. You're Polish. You're Eastern European, Ukrainian, something like that. Is that true?
I'm Irish, actually.
Your head. You're not. Your head is way too big to be Irish.
I promise you, I'm Irish.
Really?
Like both sides.
Is it an O or a Mick? Is it an O or a Mick?
That I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get your family name without getting your family name.
But I promise you it's Irish.
You did it?
I guarantee you.
I'm suspicious. You got a big potato head,
I do. Well, that's how you know I'm Irish, because of the potato head.
That's pretty true. No, that's pretty true. Hey, that brings us something. I'm just goofing on you, but did you get people say hurtful things about your looks or something like that?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but did it bother you? Did it bug you?
I mean, a little bit. The only thing for me was that I was already thinking I needed to lose weight, and once I face revealed, I'm like, yep, all right, I need to lose weight. Like that.
I know what you mean.
Even then, too. I wouldn't say I was hurt. I was just kind of like, okay, this is confirmation.
It can't be. See, that's why not all fat shaming is a bad thing. I really truly believe that. And like, you're not getting shape. Come on now, you're chubby in the wubby, and you got to run around in a circle a little bit. Maybe you should take up ice skating. I don't know.
I'll break my ankles in the process. That'd be a backwards progress. I put myself out of commission for 3 weeks.
That's right. I suppose you could do that too. YouTube. I think you're on the way. I certainly think you're a 100K guy and above. When did you say to yourself, I could do this?
For YouTube?
Yeah. I mean, you're a player. You're a player in this game. Like, when did you say to yourself, I can make these videos, I can compete with these guys, I can put out quality content, I can do this? Because I think that's like a hardest part for a lot of people. They want to have a YouTube channel, they want to go on Twitch, they want to stream, but you see the big guys out there, and what can I offer people that already isn't being offered? When did you say, it must have been somewhere, that I can go on YouTube and I can make this happen and I can put quality content together?
I think it was when people I've watched for a long time started watching me.
Really?
That was when it started really clicking with me. Like I guess I won't name drop, but like there were a handful of YouTubers that I've watched for anywhere between several months to several years that started subscribing to me or following me, and then we would start chatting. And it was when like that playing field got evened that I started being like, okay, so there's something here.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure how far it would go or anything, but that was when I was like, all right, I need to like try this for sure.
You look a bit like Jeff Ramsey of Rooster Teeth and the voice with Bill Burr. Love you from Gibraltar. Is that for me or is that for you?
That's definitely for you. I can see the Jeff Ramsey just from that description.
I don't even know who Jeff Ramsey is. I know who Bill Burr is, but I'm from New Jersey, not from Massachusetts, you fucker. I hate the Red Sox. But thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And I apologize for the interruptions, but, I got to feed my family.
No, it's good. I get you.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you guys do impress me. You get 12, 15 videos out, and then you can get average, regular income. And I'm very impressed like that for somebody like me that has to broadcast every goddamn day and think of something. So you guys can I'll put this video out, I'll get paid next month, and I'll fuck off. Sort of like I don't know, Colossal's crazy, and he's so. And you're yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, Clown is an interesting case
because
I think Clown. I don't think he's lazy like a lot of people make him out.
Oh no, he is. Go ahead.
Well, we'll put it.
Give me your
I'll
case.
phrase that differently.
Yeah.
He's lazy, but it's because he's able to be. Like he is in a position where he has a job that is supporting him fine.
Sure.
So him being lazy is understandable, whereas me being lazy is inexcusable. Because this is really my only source of income at the moment.
Oh, really?
And the fact that I kind of drag my feet is not the best.
See, I turned pro because I was unemployed at the time. You have turned pro. You are full time right now, and
I am. Yeah.
Is that scary?
Yeah. But I guess I'm trying to think how to answer this accurately.
Yeah.
It's only scary because I think it's my biggest problem with uploading before I was full time was that I would put too much pressure on myself to make sure the video was high quality. And now on top of that, I'm putting pressure to make sure that I'm high quality and that I'm more frequent.
Gotcha. Okay. But I mean, I really haven't seen any quality. You have been putting out a little stuff more often, but I haven't seen quality go down. I love are you a hip hop guy or a jazz guy? Because your hip hop beats that you use are very jazz oriented, or are you a little of both?
I'm both. I very much into both because I've been playing drums for 12 years now.
Oh, so you have a music background too.
Oh yeah, and jazz drumming is far and away my favorite kind because it's the most difficult. It's the most unique.
It is. Max Roach. Are you a Max Roach guy or a Buddy Rich guy?
I'm a Miles Davis guy.
Oh, well, you're Miles Davis, but he played a horn. Who do you like on drums?
Well, no, I mean like whoever the fuck his drummer is. I can't remember his name.
Oh, really?
but yeah, no, because that's what's weird. I know that's not common, but I listen to Miles Davis for his drums.
You do? Oh, I was saying, it's like, well, it's just some black guy that's on heroin, I'm sure, and I'm sure he's really talented and misunderstood. I grew up. My father's Ellington and Sinatra. I had to listen to Sinatra at the Sands, and Quincy Jones doing the arrangement. So I did notice that with your stuff. I don't know if the our fan bases are going to figure that out, but I do. I really dig the. I didn't even write this question down, but it's just something that's been on my mind. Your music pulls me in, and I noticed that you freaked out over my Man with the Iron Fist.
I did.
Yeah, so that means you like Wu-Tang Clan, and that means you like that kind of beat too. So we're on the same wavelength music-wise.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I want to get into a little, and I'm going to try to. You want to take some calls? I'm not ready to do it yet. You think you can?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, they're unscreened though.
I'm up for it.
All right. I do want to get you a little thing. Let's go back to politics. I thought your video. Taboo topics, politics, and I mean this, and this is a serious compliment, and I'm gonna be calling dick sucker, but I do mean this. Was so even-handed, and yet funny, which is almost impossible. it reminded me when I was a kid when I read Mad Magazine in the 80s. I bestow on it the fact that you can make that entertaining and light during this political process that we just went through. That just seems to have exhausted or maybe even exasperated the entire country. Maybe you could do this as a Canadian because you're just kind of on the outside looking in. I was really impressed with this. I highly recommend this because I almost got the feeling, and I hate when people do this because it's kind of a hipster thing to do, if you get offended by anything that you did because it's so well explained and so well done and so fair, that you're literally an idiot. And I hate that. I hate when, if you don't think my way, you're an idiot. But I really think you're an idiot. It's just so well done. And I think your message, if I got it wrong, is very simple. It's people can no longer agree to disagree, which is something I have a problem with. My grandfather was a union president, typefitters union, in New Jersey. Discussing politics was daily in my house, which is very unusual for a lot of families. So when I would leave and start talking about those things that I thought every family talked about, I would get these visceral reactions. And I was stupid, and I kept doing it, not learning a fucking thing, which is probably why I'm doing this right now, come to think of it. And because I started to enjoy it after a while. Is why do you think it is? And I people hate when I play the millennial card, that this generation, and maybe just people in general, just cannot simply agree to disagree.
Well, that's what I still wasn't able to get to the bottom of, despite making that politics video.
Really?
Is that for some reason, and my, I guess I'll say this here, why not? My follow-up to that is on religion, which is my next video.
Oh, wow. Good luck.
And I'd argue that you can even apply a lot of the stuff I say about religion to politics. But politics is difficult because it's based on a bunch of objectively true information that can be interpreted in a variety of different ways. And that's where religion is a little bit even more complicated, because it's not based on anything objectively true. Mm-hmm. But with politics, it's all of these facts. Like, okay, so, and I know I'm trying not to ruin your chat, so I'll try to keep this brief, but
sure.
Like, Trump wants to build a wall between the US and Mexico. Mm-hmm. Me saying that should not spark controversy.
No, it's
I'm stating
fact,
a fact.
You know?
But I guarantee you, just by me saying that, someone might be mad right now.
Sure.
Like, just because I brought it up, or someone might be like, hell yeah. But I'm just stating that it happened. Mm-hmm. It's just people have these beliefs so deeply ingrained in them that rather than becoming a discussion, it becomes a fight.
That's always been the case when I was growing up, and there was always those people that you couldn't talk politics around. You couldn't talk about racial issues or religion. And I've become a pretty good read of the people that you can and you can't do it with. But do you feel that it's somehow worse now than it maybe was 10? Well, see, I guess it's tough because you're only 20 years old. Because I think it's reached, and I wasn't alive in the late 60s, I think it's reached a fever pitch, and it's actually getting to the point where it's actually a little frightening. Do you feel the same way?
I struggle to see how it could be much worse than this.
Oh, it could. That I know.
Just from, I mean in terms of like how...
You're Irish. You should know about the conflict up in Northern Ireland. It can get worse.
No, yeah. I know, but I mean in terms of as far as discussion goes.
Oh, as far as
without resorting to violence or
anything. Well, I think we're almost at the door. I mean,
yes,
and
I
that's,
agree. I think we're on the cusp of it, where I can't imagine discussion getting any more hostile than it currently is.
Yeah, it is quite frightening because the last two Republican elections have resulted in the one side calling the other an illegitimate president, which damages our democracy. And that I think is the root of the problem. I mean, if the Russians are really in this, they're doing a fucking great job, because everybody's telling everybody's telling us that the elections don't work. So it's actually the Russians, maybe if they weren't trying to destabilize our elections, they're doing a pretty good job just by backing into it. But I thought that was a really good video, and I highly recommend it. Last discussion I want to have with you before we get into your podcast, because we are competitors, is YouTube buzzwords, which is something that fascinates me and Dead on Dave. Clickbait. What qualifies as clickbait to you? And does it even matter?
What qualifies as clickbait is, for me, when a video straight up lies about its content. And no, I don't really think it matters.
It matters. But I mean, wouldn't that be misleading?
I know that's not a popular opinion, but
No, I'm actually share your opinion in some sense, but I think what you're saying is misleading. I think misleading is wrong and maybe obviously a violation of the YouTube Terms of Agreement. But I do think that, I don't, like I actually made a clickbait title a couple days ago, a satirical title, come feed my family after I was falsely accused of begging for money. Right. And it's... I think that was okay because it was in the realm of a joke or satire, so to speak. I don't want to go like, oh, it's satire, bro. But it was clearly a joke, and it explains itself. I don't think I fool anybody within the first couple seconds of the video, or the broadcast or stream or whatever you want to call it. So I think like stuff like that is okay. But when you talk about Lispy Jimmy in one of your videos where he teases and tells you he's going to do a face reveal, well, I think that is misleading content. Maybe that should be removed. But do you think that is a big deal if it's not? It's just a part of the show, so to speak.
You mean if it's not misleading?
Yeah, I mean if it's misleading, it's like should Lispy's Jimmy have a video taken down that he says he's going to take his should he get a strike for saying he's going to show his face and not? Because that is misleading. That is a violation, I think, by the letter of the law.
It's difficult because you could argue that he never titled it saying like, oh, this is definitely my face reveal. Most of them lean towards it, but he's on that really pretty line that makes it very difficult to say for sure. But I don't know. That is a good question. It's hard to answer that. The big thing for me about clickbait, I'm going to sort of divert from that, I guess. But and I know, I'm sure people here aren't huge on this, but I have to defend to a degree Drama Alert. I do not like Drama Alert. I don't find it entertaining. I mostly just because I don't really care that much about most of what's talked about. But I find it difficult to call Drama Alert's titles clickbait because they're always he just titles them based on who's in it. And if a bigger YouTuber is in it, even briefly, they're still in it. So that kind of clickbait doesn't bother me at all.
I would agree with you totally on that. I think that's 100%. I always thought that was one of the weakest criticisms of Keemstar is the clickbait titles. They certainly weren't misleading.
Right. He has so many other things you can pick on. Like you don't. Yeah, you may as well go.
I absolutely do agree with you. And I guess the other buzzword, I'm going to be asking that one to Leon Lush because I think Leon Lush made the premiere video recently on clickbait. Where he goes over it, and I think he was sort of open and honest and had that unpopular opinion that you did, and I want to get into it with him. I'm probably going to ask a lot of YouTubers that because that interests me because it's just clickbait itself is subjective. The word itself. What's clickbait? And if you are a professional YouTuber, your job is to bring them in. That is your job. So why wouldn't you do your job?
Exactly.
But in the same sense, it's I think there should be a rule set there, and I think it should be enforced. That was a clickbait. The other buzzword that I actually hate. Okay, we'll just actually get into your podcast. All right, we're competitors in a sense. I learned your when I joined Baited, I learned your podcast, Hot Wet Soup. One of the biggest criticisms you guys get is that your podcast is a circle jerk. Another YouTube buzzword. Everything's a circle jerk, just a big circle jerk. Everybody's just kissing each other's ass. Is it? And if it is a circle jerk, is there actually anything wrong with that to begin with?
Honestly, I have trouble disagreeing with it a lot of the time. Because there are certainly episodes where the duration of it is us talking about things that we tend to agree on. But I would say circle jerking becomes a problem when no one is saying anything different.
Okay.
Agreeing to me is different than repeating. And people seem to take agreement as repetition. And I don't think that's necessarily true. If you just say, yeah, then okay, sure. Maybe that's worth criticism. But when everybody talks about different reasons for thinking one way or adds more to it, I don't see that that's a problem. And I like to think that's what we do. Maybe people don't view it that way, and that's their right. But I think it's a discussion, and a discussion is now being called a circle jerk because we don't fight all the time. And
then I guess it got worse. I mean, do you ever sit there and go in and say, okay, we're all going to agree on this now. Nobody disagree with each other because we want to be friendly and everybody has a space. I don't get that impression when I listen to Hot Wet Soup. No. And I think I sympathize with Hot Wet Soup because I was told that I never added anything or I never said anything. I was even told that I didn't speak through an entire episode, which isn't true in any of the episodes. Whereas I listen to Hot Wet Soup. It's not always a circle jerk. But it's three guys around the same age that, by the way, when I had friends in my 20s, we tended to have the same opinions. That's probably why we were friends to begin with. But I don't think it's that way. I think it almost goes back to your political video that you guys can agree to disagree. Whereas I don't think Keemstar is as good at that, to put it lightly.
And that's what was funny is we never got any circle jerk comments until Baited started growing. It never happened. See, and maybe I can admit that maybe that's echo chamber because we had fans before. And it's worth noting, I do want to just say this because it helps me sleep at night. We did start before Baited.
Yes, I did. I did know that. I did back that up. I did know that.
We were 3 episodes deep when Baited.
Yeah, you're almost a month.
Which is why it's hilarious that people call us Baited clones.
Oh yeah, you guys knock
that's neither here nor there.
Baited knockoffs and stuff like that. Yeah.
But I have to believe to some degree, not everybody, but I feel like people who think Hot Wet Soup is a circle jerk must think every podcast that isn't Baited is a circle jerk.
Bingo.
Because like if you listen to something like Sleepy Cabin. Sleepy Cabin is the podcast of like several YouTube animators like Rice Pirate and Psychic Pebbles. It's one of the most entertaining podcasts I think I've ever listened to. They do not really fight with each other, maybe a bit jokingly, but like they just don't. Most podcasts are just talking, and
most radio
Elvis,
shows
and Aaron are close friends.
Most radio shows are like that. Most radio shows, I always get the thing is like, you didn't contribute as much as Keem as Clown or something like that. Well, that wasn't my job. You know, I mean, I don't think 3 people can all talk equally. You know, I remember I say I got to speak up more. When I speak up more, it's you got to let people talk. It can't be contentious. You can't have it both ways. And I think that the listeners, they don't get that because they've never had to get up and speak in front of an audience and have even any clue what might be entertaining for a mild second. They just know what they want to hear or feel, rather. They don't know what they want to hear because if they knew what they wanted to hear, they could actually do it themselves. So I'm going to give you, as an ex-member of Baited, you guys aren't a circle jerk. I don't think it is. I think it has a little to do with your age. Like when I hung around guys that thought like me and did the things and were interested in the things that I was into. So we didn't disagree very often. I only became cantankerous when I was older. So maybe you'll become a big prick one day in about 10 years and we can do a podcast. What do you think?
I don't think it's 10 years away that I'm going to turn into a prick. I think you're looking at maybe a year and a half.
Stick to your toe. Okay. And so I guess my other question is no is why the case, but you basically, to wrap it up, you think some of the criticisms are legitimate in some cases, but you know that's another thing too. Like if you guys agree, I think it would be worse to have somebody, which I've been accused of too, that me and Clown maybe made up in Catch 33. We made up a situation to make sure it wasn't a circle jerk, and I honestly don't think you guys should force it. If that be the case, it's a different podcast. Not every podcast. I think Baited was unique, and I think it was because it was always on the edge, and it was always going to fall. It's always going to fall apart eventually, and not everything can be like that. And I got to be honest with you, most radio shows, most sounds a lot like what you guys do, and I think you do a really good job. And you should, when people say stuff like that, I think a little more because these guys are real talented guys. All 3 of them are great, and I think it's time to take unfiltered phone calls, Zaptie. I think we covered. Are you nervous?
A little bit, but we'll see how this goes. I'm hoping PCRS doesn't call in.
Who's PCRS?
This guy in the chat, he's just not a fan of me. It's making me laugh a little bit.
Well, we only got 18 discs. Like, hey, you know what? If you like Zaptie and you like this interview, I would appreciate some more likes. 718-395-7660, 718-395-7660, or download the old Discord. It's in the links in the description box below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. We have a lot of people in the Discord. Let me make sure I got my mic settings correct because that's very important. And who should I take? I should take, I don't know, Pablo. Pablo, you're on the air with Zaptie. Pablo?
You there?
Pablo?
Yep.
Yeah, you're on the air with Zaptie. I'm doing like a doing like a radio show, and
okay, Zaptie, I've got a question for you. Who's your favorite member of Hot Wet Soup?
Who's your favorite member of Hot Wet Soup?
I'm sorry, I came unprepared.
Oh, how do I answer that? Myself in the foot either way. That's a double fuck.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is
Oh
where
my
okay. I have a good excuse. I have a way to get out of this. I've met Bionic Pig in real life. I stayed at his house for like a week, so I guess he gets the slight edge just for that. That's the only reason and nothing else.
Bionic Pig
okay.
is your answer,
There
sir.
we go. Just
Bionic-
All right,
the slightest
all right.
gap.
Can I just have
slightest
one more?
gap.
That's it.
Be
better
quick.
one. How did you meet Colossal?
What's that?
How did you meet Colossal?
How did I meet Colossal? He followed me on Twitter. I freaked the fuck out. I didn't know what to think. I didn't even follow back right away. I thought he was trying to fuck me over because I was paranoid.
Okay.
And he and Keen called me. And this is for that's
Okay.
he and Keen called me. We became friends. That's it. But this is about Zaptie, not me. Thanks. I love talking about myself. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's really no sweat at all.
Oh no, I can't blame.
I do. I'm gonna put in. Let's see. Scarce. You're in the chat. Hey, what's up, guys?
Is this the actual Scarce?
No, it's not. The actual Scarce wouldn't believe if I was really doing a podcast. Wink, wink. All right, Scarce didn't make it. Farmin' Corpse. You're on the air with Zaptie. You got a question for him?
It's Farming Crops. So
Whatever you're
holy
doing.
shit. My question is to Zaptie, the amazing Zaptie, is: was the move to Canada to America hard?
Other way around, but I get the issue.
Yeah, it was
Go ahead.
Canada to States.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But no, it's okay. Not really. No. The bright side was I lived here as a kid as well for a little bit. I've gone back and forth between them more than once.
Okay.
So I'm a Canadian citizen with permanent U.S. residency, so I can move back and forth freely.
Yeah.
With no problem.
There you go. For anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Thank you for the call, brother. Good call.
Thank you. Man.
Killer. Let's see. I'm not getting any on the phone line, strangely enough. I wonder if there's something wrong. No, doesn't appear to be. Nobody's calling the phone line. That's fine with me. It's you can always get on. I think one of these days I'm just gonna go to. I'm gonna go to Discord permanently. You know. And for people that's calling my old line, as far as my old Skype account, it's not gonna work. It's not going to work. This sucks. You're on the air. You know what?
Hey,
This
what's
does
up,
suck.
Tommy?
It sucks because you're not ready. But go ahead. You're on the air with Zaptie.
Hey, what's up, Tommy?
What's up?
You're gay, Zaptie.
Do it. It's a bomb. I will protect you, my friend. You have 60,000 subs. I only have 30. I must protect you, my friend. No one will get between me and Zaptie. I am your protector. I am your protector. Let's put in Poseidon. Oh, he's not ready. Forget him. Joe TCD, you're on the air.
Yo, I was just wondering, since both of you own podcasts, do you guys listen to podcasts regularly? I know, Tommy, you listen to Howard Stern and Zaptie. Who do you listen to?
Who do you listen to on the radio or podcast app?
Well, like I mentioned, I listen to Sleepy Cabin. I actually do listen to Catch 33. Despite our competition, I find it to be more friendly rather than aggressive. Apart from that, I listen to Hello Internet, which is CGP Gray's podcast. I think that dude is one of the most interesting people to listen to probably on the entire internet. Highly recommend his videos if you haven't watched him.
Give me what's his deal? I actually haven't heard of him, to be honest with you.
CGP Grey, it's difficult. He kind of talks about whatever subject, but he covers them in such great detail and with such like it's fucking hard to explain him without just sending you a video. But I would definitely recommend looking into him. I think he has like 2 million subs or so.
Oh wow, so he's a big guy.
Like that.
He's a big guy. Joe, do you have anything else for Zaptie before you go?
No, I was wondering also, what do you like? Do you still listen to Howard Stern, Tommy?
Only when I can, and it's usually on YouTube for somebody illegally uploading it, to be honest with you. I miss
I'm
Howard.
a big fan of both of you. Thanks for having me
thanks. Well, that's a very nice compliment.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, you're a good man. Good man.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see. Panda.
Oh,
I don't know.
Someone's saying Poseidon was freaking out, so he wasn't ready, so we should put him back on.
I don't see him in there.
I think he is. I see him.
You see him
Poseidon.
there?
There's Panda Cinema.
Panda, I see that one. I'll put him back in. He's probably gonna yell at me, and I'm gonna blow him up. I don't see him in there. I honestly don't see him in there.
Waiting to call? I do.
Really? I wish maybe I should give you permissions and you can pull them up because I don't.
I definitely see him.
Really? I'm looking and waiting to call. Let's see, I'm going to go. Oh, there he is. I got him. Guess what?
Okay.
Are you ready to talk to? Oh my God, I pulled him in and he came right back out. All right, Poseidon, don't blow this.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's up, man? What's on your mind?
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite Always Sunny in Philadelphia character?
Valid question. I cannot shut up about this show lately.
Oh, really? I've never seen it.
Really? Okay, well, you got to fix that first of all, because it's honestly one of the funniest sitcoms
I hate sitcoms, and it's for hipsters, so you're never going to convince me it's good. I've already decided it's bad.
It's so dark. It's such dark humor, though.
Really?
I think you'd enjoy it.
Seriously? All right, well, who's your favorite character?
But it depends between Dennis and Charlie, depending on the episode, but usually Dennis.
Dennis and Charlie. Got that beside? Anything else?
I just got to say, make really good videos.
Well, that's very nice. He does make really good videos. No bullshit, man. He's really good.
Thank you very much, man.
Thanks, man. This is really nice. What does that make you feel like? I mean, let's face it. There's younger people, that are interested in what we're doing, and you do have
it surprises me more than anything.
Why does it surprise you so much? Like, I find that a little strange because, like, I mean, you don't back into 60K subs unless you got porn up there and it's somehow getting away with it.
Right, but no, it's the fact that, to be completely truthful, and this isn't meant to be offensive to anyone younger that might be watching, but I'm surprised they don't find me boring. That's my biggest thing.
I think it's the music, your delivery, and you're talking about stuff that they care about. That's what I think. Just a guess. That's what I
guess
think.
To a degree, but like, how many people care about The Purge? Like, let's be real.
I think more than you think.
Who gives a fuck about The Purge?
No, I think because you're going to school and you're around people that that's beneath me. But no, I think a lot of people care about that shit. I don't understand it. But yeah, I think a lot of people are really, there was a lot of kids in school, and it was never captured better than by Henry Rollins in a poem called "I Think I Know You," and for some people that they sort of wrap themselves in entertainment. And when I was a kid, it was obviously movies and movie stars and stuff like that. But now there's YouTube and internet. I think they feel that they have a connection with you, which is nice and complimentary, but it also can be a little uncomfortable. More than you think, because they might live in the middle of Idaho, where what's a Zaptie, but they know it is. It's like that. It's like I told you, hockey was an indie band for us kids in New Jersey. You're like that indie band. That is. I guess I'm a fucking low rent Howard Stern. I mean, I'll take it. Don't problem with it. Believe me. But I think that's my thing on it. Let's see. I wonder why I'm not getting any regular calls from the phone line. That's a little strange. Maybe there's something wrong with it. Maybe I didn't pay the bill. I don't fucking know. Spin Dash 78. You're on the air. With the Zaptie.
Hi. I just wanted to say I'm a really big fan of both of you. And I just wanted to ask Zaptie 2 questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
The first one was I'm trying to write more new scripts for new videos I'm making. And you're one of my big inspirations. I wanted to know what's your advice to future script writers.
Well, the way that I personally write my scripts is it's a bit sloppy, but it works for me. That I'll write down the basic points I want to make, and then I'll record myself kind of ad-libbing. And I take that and turn it, basically copy paste it, and then I clean up the language from there. Because when I ad lib, my points are all over the fucking place. It's just completely nonsense. But when I get it written down, it helps me to sort of clean up the thoughts that I already have.
I'm surprised you do it that way because your stuff does sound very, and this is not an insult, very scripted. It sounds like the fact that you're ad-libbing I think is because you're well-spoken as it is.
Well, no. When I record it, it is reading from a script. But when I write the script, I do it based off of ad-libbing.
Oh, so so you turn on Audacity, you spit it, and then you write it down after that.
Yes, and then I revise it from there.
Anything else there, Spin Dash? That's actually, I'm going to start doing that.
One question I had was also that you said you were going to be making an iZombie video, about the whole series. Are you still going to be doing that?
I am. It'd get pushed back, but it will be out at some point. Not exactly sure when, but it will be.
Oh, okay.
It will be out.
I love you both. I'm really excited to hear more of the podcast, but thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you, guy.
Thanks for coming on, man.
I don't know. The calls are. You see, I think you bring a sane crowd here because most people are telling me to fuck off.
I'm chuckling at that because I'm reading the chat and everyone's calling me a cuck or a liar. So it seems like we've got a bit of a split room.
I told you I have the most bad frigging ass chat. I got the best chat in history.
It's so funny. It's like everyone's saying that I came here for attention when it's like I just
you got more.
Tommy.
What do you? It's so fucking ridiculous. You're doing me a favor.
I don't know, man. I don't even know how to argue it. I'm just sort of accepting it.
Hey, jackass, he's doing me a favor. He's the bigger YouTuber. You fucking came here for attention. Of course he came here for attention. He just told you he was a pro. You know, a lot of you motherfuckers, I'm going to lose subs for this, but I don't care. It's the truth. A lot of you motherfuckers are no-talent pricks that know what you like listening to, but are terribly jealous of the people you're listening to because you know you can't do it yourself. You should be honored to be on Zaptie's presence. Fuck you, Zaptie. You're right. He hate you. Maybe I shouldn't have put you on.
I know. I'm gonna make you lose more subs.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
I'm bleeding as it is. I'm bleeding as it is. Well, actually, I'm a plus 4 today.
Time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see. Let's see. Let's put on Leechman. Leechman from Germany. You're on the air.
Give me a minute to mute the...
No, I can't give you a minute. You got to do it now.
I only muted the video, Tommy.
I'm doing a show. We're not in Discord chat. We're technically doing a show here, buddy.
I know.
All right, talk.
I can hear myself.
Yeah, I'll fix that. Go ahead.
So, Zaptie, first off, great talking to you, buddy. I have a question. If you had the choice to between one and blown up by Tommy, would you pick one or be blown up by Tommy?
Zap.
I am confused. I am not. What? Is this an inside joke? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm wondering. Could you say that again?
Is one like a secret thing, and the other option is get blown up?
It went over my head. All I know is there's the Dead on Dave says the best chat of the night is Zaptie did 9/11.
Did you know? The thing is, Zaptie, why do you like Tommy? No, that's not a troll question. It's an honest question. What do you like about Tommy? I'm putting you on the edge right now, live here.
Why wouldn't I like Tommy? Every time I've talked to him, I've gotten along with him really well. I think he's a good dude, and I think his show's entertaining.
Well, thank you. See?
That's all there is. It's not complicated.
You're just a jealous, tiny YouTuber, Leechman.
Well, what do you mean, huh?
Yeah, you're just jealous.
What?
You're jealous. You're jealous and you're mean.
I know.
Get the fuck out of here, you kraut. Get out of here. I can get away with that. We're buddies. I can get away with that with him. I wouldn't do that to a normal German person. Panda Crummy.
I've got a question.
Yeah, do you? Go ahead.
All right.
All right, sorry, Tommy, for before. Right,
turn me off in the background. Turn me off.
Right, Zaptie. So, what are your concerns of the community right now?
What do you mean? Like, you got to be a little more.
Like, what's your concerns? Like, YouTube problems at the moment with the algorithm.
Oh, I think he's talking about like the glitch and things of that nature.
Yeah, my whole thought process on it, honestly, is that there's nothing you can really do about it. So I get why people complain because hopefully that brings attention to it, but I don't see a point in like if people stop uploading videos. I think that's just diminishing your audience. I don't see any reason to take a glitch and use that as an excuse, which is what most people seem to be doing.
Did you catch all of that? There might have been a little audio problem for you. Did you catch
yeah, I've got it. By the way, you should sort out the chat. They're kind of hating you at the moment.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, they fucking hate me at the moment, but that's okay.
I don't know why. Maybe because you're like, I don't know. Maybe because you're...
And they're telling me to bomb it.
They're telling me, wait, why don't I bomb you? Especially because... No, I'll tell you why I'm going to bomb you, because you couldn't turn your computer off. Get out of here. I'm just hearing myself in the background. You're fucking everything up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't care if they hate me. Well, here's what I don't hear. Nobody says I pander.
True.
I don't get that accusation too fucking often.
That's pretty much impossible, I think. If anyone says that, they're either joking or have never watched your content.
What are you saying?
There's no other option there.
Let's put a big YouTuber in here. I am Alex is on the air.
Hello, everyone.
My man.
Yeah, what's happening, brother?
Well, I was here to ask a very important question, actually.
What's that?
Oh, boy.
Ed, obviously, you're on a podcast. I'm on a podcast.
Are you? I didn't know you'd name your podcast.
Tommy's on a podcast, too.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy,
yes.
I'm sorry, I'm going to leave you out of this one, mate. But Ed, I was wondering if you want to leave our podcast and make a better one.
Oh, leave my podcast? What are you talking about? I'm on a damn good podcast.
Tommy, you can join if you want.
No, how much? I'm businessman. You know that.
3%.
Yeah, you guys are all
right?
kids. You got to pay me up front. You got to give me $500 and a new microphone. You know.
Let's not do this after last time, Tommy. It's going to go downhill.
What do you got for Zaptie? Are you just coming here bust balls because you're kicking ass lately on YouTube?
Well, I came in here to be like, Ed, upload more. Upload every single day right now.
Thanks, Alex.
That's why I love Alex. Alex is like
every day for 2 weeks.
You know what I love? I do love. Well, Alex is he's reaping the benefits. I love Alex because he goes, I dig the drama. I upload every day. It's not a lot of content. It's just, I mean, I don't know, Alex. I mean, I hear the complaints about you. It's like if you.
But the thing is, like, people complain because they want to think like they know you, right?
Yeah, that's the truth.
So people look at trending topics like me and you, Tommy, and like, I mean, I can speak on behalf of myself, but like, I mean, even though obviously I'm not the biggest fan of DJ Daniel Keemstar,
I know.
I've been following him for like 5 years because I love the fucking shit he does. I don't like the guy, but I always dig drama stuff, always.
Yeah,
and
what I like about you is you don't pretend it.
He did the Lion Maker video and the Red Kiwis video, which was incredible. Like, I remember watching those ones, and like Ed was one of the guys who made me kickstart my channel.
Really, Zaptie, you're saying?
Yeah.
Hear that, Zaptie? The guy's got 6K now. He had 10K when I met him. He's up to 60K now.
Yeah, Ed's a legend.
In a week.
Yeah. He's gonna pass you in a week. Yeah, and fucking Alex is well. I know what I think. Alex is successful because he's honest. For the most part.
Well, I always want to be honest as much as I possibly can be. Obviously, sometimes like that's my downfall.
Because you're a big scumbag like me. That's for the
if
truth.
I say something that I believe is true, that obviously
you're a big scumbag. You do it for views. You're a big scumbag like me.
It's all for views. It's all for views. I don't like what I do. I hate it. Please pay me more money. But no, like no. What I love about Ed, because I came into the talk about the algorithm and stuff. Like,
well, I gotta go. I gotta. We're out of time.
That's fine.
All right. I want to.
You guys are great. I would come in and
you're great too, but I want to do this because you passed me.
I appreciate
fucking jerk.
He's gonna pass me in like 2 days.
You got to give him credit though. I mean, he gets out. He works real hard. I like the kid. We had a little dust up a few weeks ago, but.
I'm very proud of him.
Yeah, me too. And that's probably the way it should be. There's a lot of snakes in this business, and there's a lot of fucking bad people. Hey, give me those likes. 700 people in there. Give me those likes. Click through, write a bunch of things. Put your Alex memes in there. Tommy C exposed. So yeah, I actually got to be. I got to be afraid of old Alex doing that. I don't know. Thank you very much. If you like I said, love it, and share it, baby. Thank you so much, Zaptie, for being here. I hope you had a good time, brother.
Of course I did.
All right.
Sorry for everyone who hated my presence.
I like being hated. I like it so much that I think I don't know, overdid it a little. So at least you.
Maybe so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
Maybe I need to try to up it a little bit and see how it goes.
Am I allowed to talk about the Fiverr situation in Discord? You can talk about it, but you're gonna have to do it on your own time because we are out of here. Thanks for the donation, bitch.
I ain't never been a liar. Got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the King's home. Slapping fives, black stones. 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffles.